You guys talked a lot about how education could lead to social change and educating yourselves and changing people's perceptions. So, as a young leader of today, how can we use the momentum of Black Lives Matter to initiate change for our future?
Um, I think when I looked at that question, the first thing came to mind of specifically of this moment and momentum. I would One thing that I'm doing that I would encourage you to do that I've seen far too long and too often outside of this moment is we have been really reluctant to confront issues, especially when we are in an environment like I work at Columbia University. I've been there 14 years. I probably spent 10 of them feeling like what I'm trying to tell you not to feel like. You belong in every room. So you have to know that and feel that. And when you do, you will feel comfortable expressing yourself, even if you're outnumbered or your concern might be not as in your head perceived as important as maybe a concern of the majority of the folks in that place. But I encourage you guys to just be fearless. Be fearless in this moment and talk about things. Don't hold things in. I have students that they come in and let's say they have microaggressions. They hold it into themselves. They don't talk to anybody about it. Then they graduate with their head down and they never want to look at that university again. And I hate when that happens because we almost internalize these issues, don't think we have a voice. And if anything else comes out of this moment, the voice is getting louder and the people on other sides are listening. So I encourage you to be fearless in that communication and don't, because we'll internalize things and we'll self-subjugate ourselves and we'll put ourselves at the number 2 spot before we even walk in the room because we might not believe that we belong in this space. But I need you to know that you belong. Every place that you apply to in the future, every college, every professional school is lucky to have you. And you should know it and walk in there like that. You're gonna make that place better and richer and more dynamic because of who you are and your presence. You gotta know it and gotta believe it. And then when that happens, you will be comfortable to speak. But use this moment. If nothing else, use this moment for the people that we've watched gunned down in the street. You know what I mean? Use the strength of whatever impacted you in these moments to speak up. And just not hold it in for the sake of whatever you're thinking is going to come to you as a result of speaking, because that's how this change seems to be kind of taking foot, at least in my position. A lot of that is a function of I'm not playing with them, but a lot of it also is, they're listening and I'm not caring about how they think when I tell them about it, because if we can get to the point of what's going on, say its name and recognize that this is that, and I get you in an open forum to agree with me, then we gotta fix it. And that's the cornering that has to happen and the confrontations that need to happen to make things shift. And the way I see it is like, okay, our forefathers got us a foot in the door. And it seems like some of my mentors at times, the older ones, I guess they were kind of fearful of whatever the circumstances were. And sometimes your mentors can kind of lock you into the 70s and 80s of those dynamics, but we don't have them anymore. I'm not afraid, and I'm just going in there like that. And I'm trying to leave cinder blocks in these doors, like big gaping holes in them, not just a foothold. And that's gonna come from just being seriously fearless when it comes to having these conversations and just more concerned about letting the moment go without some actionable improvement. I'm more afraid of that than I am of speaking my voice. And that's what I would love to pass on to you guys.